seconds left. Can they catch and shoot and win in regulation? Then he won. Valerio for the win! Yes! She did it! The Bobcats have won it!
This is the victory lap, and this is kind of the time where you can relax and let your skiing shine, because there's not that pressure of making a college team, or it's not as an individual sport anymore, and you can bring your teammates up when they're down and they can celebrate your successes as well.
My dad has coached basketball for a really long time, so that's kind of been a part of my family since I was younger. All of my siblings played at some point in time, but it kind of stuck with me.
The team atmosphere at Bates for the cross-country team and the track team is just really great, and it's just a really fun, supportive team to be a part of, and just really drew me in, and ever since then I've loved it.
I actually started field hockey pretty late. I started in the middle of 7th grade, and at first I honestly hated it. I was awful at it, and it wasn't until about freshman year where I looked and I decided, and I was like, wow, this is the sport for me.
I think being patient with yourself is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Because you can't get annoyed in golf. You have to just be like, whatever.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Everyone's very supportive of each other, and I feel like that's the most important thing on a team, really, is being supportive of your teammates. Everyone just is always rooting for each other, and I really enjoy playing with everybody.
I think a huge part of success in sports teams, and especially endurance sports like skiing and running, is just to keep it lighthearted and fun. Like, if you have a bad race, it's not going to affect you in the grand scheme of things.
It was really interesting because I kind of came in being like, I'm a women's coxswain, I'm going to be on the women's team. And one day my coach just at the end of the year was like, we need an extra coxswain for this boat that's going out, which was like 4 of the fastest guys on the team, and they just stuck me in there. And I was like, okay.
My first goal that I scored, I was like, I didn't celebrate, I didn't do the gritty, which I used to do in high school. I got to do the gritty for this one, and then it ended up being on national television.
Are you kidding me? What an introduction to Isabel Bernal.
My mom always wanted me to be a pitcher, but I just did not want to be a pitcher, until one time I tried it out and I was like, oh, okay, I could be good at this. So then I wanted to work harder at it, and then she was like, okay. So once she kind of like laid off me being a pitcher, then I wanted to be a pitcher.
I've grown up playing with men my whole life. So I started playing when I was around 12, 13 years old. Considered to be very late, but I started playing as a pastime when my dad took it up as a hobby, and then his coach believed that if I was developed more I could play better, and then I moved to another coach who trained me technically for 4 years, 7 days a week, 2 hours a day training.
When I was little, my mom put me and my brothers in swim lessons. She thought it was a life skill. She was like, I want you guys to know how to swim. It's really important that no matter where you are, you guys are safer on water, and I want you to be comfortable. And then eventually she put us on a club team when we were all really little. I really stuck with it. It had been something I had always enjoyed. It never was like a chore to me. It was always my favorite sport I played.
This year, this is the team the closest I've ever been. This is also the hardest we've ever worked. Coach Deepak has really been pushing us to the limits. We've been really working on conditioning, and I think everyone's just fitness levels have really improved, and I think it'll really start to show off in the spring.
Pretty much all the throwers are just friendly with each other and know each other from past meets. But yeah, it's unlike any other competition for other sports I've had.
That final moment, that last match point is always like the best feeling, and just like everyone rushing on the court, that's always the best.
Valerio at the buzzer! And the Bobcats have won the game! 62 to 60!